Well, first, I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. You know, at the heart of public service is a simple responsibility to ensure the people we serve feel safe in their own community, safe in their neighborhoods, safe in their schools, safe in the institutions that serve them, and safe in the places where they gather to worship. Those spaces should be sanctuaries, places where people come together to pray, to learn, to heal, and to support one another. But when hate and intimidation begin targeting these spaces, leadership demands that we stand up and act. Because across our region, we are witnessing something deeply troubling: a rise in hate, intimidation, and anti-Semitism directed at Jewish communities and places of worship. And recently, just this last week, we saw something that should concern all of us: shots fired at 3 GTA synagogues, including one in Thornhill. Let me say that again: shots fired at a place of worship. Think about that for a moment. A place where families gather, where children learn their traditions, where people seek peace and reflection. An act like that is not simply directed at a building. It is meant to send fear through an entire community. And when any community in our region is targeted with hate or intimidation, it becomes the responsibility of all of us to stand up and respond. Now, while we have not seen similar occurrences in our town, leadership is not about waiting for something to happen before taking action. Leadership means being proactive, recognizing what is happening around us, and ensuring our community remains safe. Now, let me be absolutely clear tonight. Anti-Semitism has no place in Aurora. None. Zero. But this motion is not about one faith or one community alone. It is about protecting all vulnerable social infrastructure in our town: places of worship of every faith, schools and childcare centers, healthcare facilities, congregate care facilities. Because every resident in Aurora should feel safe accessing these spaces without fear or intimidation. Aurora is a diverse community made up of people from many faiths, cultures, and backgrounds: Jewish, Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Palestinian, Israeli, and many others. And our responsibility at the municipal level is simple: to ensure everyone feels safe and respected in our community. Canada is a democracy. Peaceful expression and lawful protest are fundamental rights, and they must always remain protected. But those rights must also be balanced with ensuring that residents can safely attend their synagogue, their church, their mosque, their temple, bring their children to school or daycare, or access healthcare and community services without feeling threatened, and that balance matters. And that is exactly what this motion asks staff to do. It directs staff to develop a bylaw that would help protect vulnerable social infrastructure in Aurora from acts of intimidation, hate, harassment, or violence. Because protecting people as they gather to pray, as they send their children to school, as they seek care, is not political. It is our duty. And that is why tonight I believe this council has an opportunity to send a clear and united message that in Aurora, standing against anti-Semitism and hate of any kind and protecting the safety of our residents is something that we can all stand behind. And I hope we will do that tonight by passing this motion unanimously. Because standing against anti-Semitism and hate should never divide us. Protecting the safety of our residents should always unite us. Aurora has always been a community where neighbors look out for one another. A place where people from every background, every culture, every faith can live together with respect and dignity. And tonight, we reaffirm something fundamental about who we stand for. We will not allow hate to intimidate our residents. We will not allow fear to divide our community. And we will not allow anti-Semitism or any form of hatred to take root here in the town of Aurora. Aurora will always stand for respect. Aurora will always stand for safety. And Aurora will always stand firmly against anti-Semitism. Because in Aurora, hate has no home. Thank you.